Ooh, sound should be working. All right, all right, all right, all right. Sorry, team, just I forgot to pay my subscription fees for my streaming, and so I'm just having some glitchy stuff that's happening at the moment. Can I hide this? I can. No. Enter real actions during live. Oh, right. Okay, let me try this one. Okay, that's better. Cool. So, hey, look, I was sent a bunch of questions, and I've just been going back through my emails trying to figure out what some of these questions are. Now, these questions, I've got no idea where they're from. People just email them to me, so I kind of just work through it. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to try and zoom in as much as I can with this question, but I do apologize because these are screenshots of questions, and so they can be a little bit fuzzy, but we're just going to try and do them anyway. All right, so here's the first question that we're going to try and do. And yeah, so we're going to get straight into it, folks. So I'm going to give you maybe a couple of minutes to read through the question and then just answer them. And I think, I don't know what, I think, not sure about the levels of these questions, but we got a couple of easy ones and a couple of tricky ones here. And it's mainly to do with algebra today. So just doing algebra questions today. It's all right, Mumu, like, you got to have a plan. You know, you have a plan, you'll be fine. Yep. Got it. What I'll do is, like, I think some of these questions we can do like a couple of different variations. But some of them we'll probably just do it as is. So, yeah. I might just move this camera up because, I don't know, for some reason, it's just... it's way too brightness. Calc on Friday, I'm sure, but I might have to decide, what do you call it, on the night, because I just have to see how my kid is feeling. If he wants to watch a movie, sorry guys, that comes first, and I might do calc later in the night. But yeah, so Fridays are usually spend time with him, so, you know, movies and all. But yeah, keep an eye open, because, like, I mean, I don't mind doing it this Friday and Saturday. It's a one-off, but, you know, as long as he goes to bed by 8:30. Could start at 8:30. Maybe have a late start, Oliver. Let's start 8:30. Focusing on parabolas for algebra level 2. Vicky, I think I have, but the problem is I just can't remember off the top of my head where it is. But I've done a whole bunch of live tutorials since 2017, and I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Usually when I start, within the first 5 minutes of the video, you'll get an idea of what topic I'm going to be covering. Yes, LeBron, it is. No worries, Mumu. I think you watch the exam walkthroughs and go through those questions, and I think that should help you out. So, all right, I'm going to go through this question here. Now, this question here, what it's saying is that it's actually telling you by using the solution to the quadratic equation. So what you have to do is you actually have to work out the solution for the quadratic equation first. Now, in this case, you can, I mean, if you do have a graphics calculator, you can kind of do that straight away in the graphics calculator and get your two answers. But just because, you know, we're old school, so I'm going to put this into two brackets, which means I've got x minus 9 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. From here, I've got x minus 9 equals to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now in the first case, I'm going to get x equals to 9, and in the second case, I'm going to get x equals to 4. So what I've got here is I've actually got two solutions for the x values. How did I get the 9 and 4? Mumu, you're messing with me, right? Because you told me you've watched level 2 calculus and you're asking me about 9 and 4. Have you forgotten this? 9 times 4 is 36. Negative 9 and negative 4 makes negative 13. Ayadri or Layadri, if you don't try it, you won't know. Oh, thank the Lord's, Mumu, because otherwise I'd be like, what? You did my calculus papers and you can't do this? I'd be worried. Dear, if one of the questions pop up, because I've got about 6 questions to do today, and if we have time after that, we can actually do that. All right, so we've got x equals to 9, x equals to 4. Now, the question's actually asking for what the 2 values for t are. So we're going to go... Oh, God. Why do you do this stupid thing? All right, so we're going to go 1 over t plus 2 equals to 9. That's one of the answers. And the other answer is 1 over t plus 2 equals to 4. So from here, we're going to go 1 over t equals 7. And at this point, I can just cross multiply this. I just move the t and 7 across. And I'm going to get 1 over 7 is equal to t. And on this side, I'm going to get 1 over t equals to 2. And then 1 over 2 equals to t. So my 2 solutions for t is going to be half and 1 over 7. Now, as usual, what I'll do is I'll put a bunch of line numbers. So if there's any particular line you don't understand, just yell out in the chat, hey, how did you go from this line to this line? And I'll happily answer them through. So James, you got to give me a line number. If you give me a line number, then I can actually help you out from there. Because when you say, how do you get that? It's hard for me to kind of answer that. Swap 10 and... Oh, yep. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I kind of just went through. That's fine. 7 to 8. I took the 2, which is... So when I take the 2 to this side here, that becomes 9 minus 2. So that's how I get the 7. Likewise, when I take the 2 to this side, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Correct, Blake. So what I've done is I've taken the 2 values 9 and 4 for the x values, and I've substituted them at 9 and 4 there. I just realized I am messing around with too much pinks. I don't know what to say to that, Stimpy, but yeah, good luck with life after uni. This question, I think this would probably be a merit, I get a feeling. I don't think this will just be an achieved question, because you're doing like almost 4 different steps here. How did I go from Q1 to 2? Junior, are you talking about line 1 to line 2? No worries, Banties. Yeah, I think so too. Blake, this was just a bunch of questions that were sent to me on my email, and I'm just kind of working through them. Yeah, so Junior, all I was doing was I was actually factorizing this quadratic into 2 brackets. So that's what I was trying to do. Now, if you don't want to do that step, you can actually solve it straight away in your graphics calculator. Go into equation and then go into solve polynomial, which is f2, degree 2, and you can literally just type in the numbers 1, minus 13, 36, and then you will get your 2 solutions, 9 and 4. Blake, the only way to get access to that is on YouTube. I've put my link to my OneNote, which is this document here. It pretty much has all of my notes, so you can just access it from there. HRMT, yes, this is the level 1 external for... Elena, the reason I wrote just 1 over t plus 2 is because, remember, this is x, this entire bracket is equal to x. So this is x, this 1 over t plus 2 is equal to x. So I don't need to worry about the squared, I just do 1 over t plus 2. All right, any other questions? Otherwise, we can move on. Let me know. Move on. Okay. Rutwa, yeah, this gets saved on YouTube, so you can always come back and just watch it there. So, all right, what do you want to do? Do you want to do an achieved question, or do you want to do a another, maybe an excellence question? Annie, you can email it and then I'll put it all together and then we'll try to work it through. Okay, this one is not an excellence, but I keep seeing these types of questions popping up. So this is question 2 today. So we're going to say P is equal to x plus 2y over 3. And then they say write y in terms of x and p. Sometimes they'll also say this, write y as the subject of the formula. So what that generally means is they just want you to have y on one of the sides and then leave it. Everything else needs to go to the other side. James, yeah, I'm simultaneous, both on YouTube as well as on TikTok here. I think this one should be an achieved because there's literally only like 3 or 4 steps for this. The reason I'm giving you this question is because the next one I want to give you a excellence one, but I might give you a merit version first and then I'll give you an excellence version. Just let me know because I can't remember if my OneNote is still on the new videos or not. Blake, if you can't find it, if you go to any one of the exam videos, they should be in the exam videos as well, but I just can't remember if I linked it on these ones or not. Oh, yep, there is. The notebook is there. All right, so this one here, we're going to do it fairly quickly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the 3 from the denominator. I'm going to bring it across, which means it's going to become 3 times. So that'll be 3 times p equals x plus 2y. One thing you can do, and this is when 2 items are equal to each other, you can just swap them around. So you can actually just say x plus 2y equals to 3p. Now, the reason I like doing this is because it makes it kind of nice that your y stays on the left hand side. So from here I've got 2y equals to 3p. The x, what happens is goes to the other side, which means we're going to end up with minus x. Then all we have to do is just divide by 2. So we're going to get 3p minus x, and the whole thing is divided by 2. And that's pretty much it for this achieved question. We are done and dusted. Yeah, so it's just a quick little kind of an achieved question here. But what we'll do is next up, I mean, if there's no issues with this, I can make this a little bit more trickier. Can you get x minus 3p? If you're going to get x minus 3p, you should get divided by negative 2, Vicky. All right, we're good with this. I don't think there's any questions. Is this? What year is the paper from? I don't know. These are questions sent to me by you guys. Yeah, 4 over 3. Is y equals to negative x plus 3p over 2? No, it's not, because you've actually got 3p plus x. That's not right, Adyayan. I got given 6, but we're going to expand it. All right, we're good. Let's move to another question here. What do we want to do here? Shall I throw you in the deep end? No. Before I throw in the deep end, I'm going to ask you to do this question here. We're going to do x minus 1 over 2. Let's do a simple one first. So I'm going to ask you folks to solve for x. And then after that, the next one will be a little bit more harder than this. But I'll give you folks maybe a couple of minutes to try this. Oliver, you're in level 2, man. Of course, you're going to be sitting there saying, throw us. A hard question there. I don't know, Adyayan. I gotta work it out. You didn't have to moo, but thank you. Ooh, we got a wide variety of answers. We got quite a few. Well, we got 5 different answers. All right, let's go through this. All right, I might actually do this with you a couple of times, so you at least get a couple of different variations of this question. Okay. So one of the things we need to do is we need to make the denominator the same. If the denominator is not the same, then this thing is not actually going to work out. So we need to figure out how to make the denominator the same. Now in here we've got 2 and we've got 3. So what we need to do is the lowest common denominator between 2 and 3. That's a buggy. Hang on. So if we want to find the lowest common multiple between 2 and 3, that's 6. So on this side, I'm going to multiply it by 3, as well as the numerator by 3. As for the other fraction here, I am going to multiply by 2 and the numerator by 2. So when I actually do this, I actually end up with 3 times x minus 1 over 6 plus 2 times x plus 2 over 6 equals to 1. Then I expand the brackets. So I've got to expand these brackets. But also remember, everything is over 6. So I can write it like this. I can go 3x minus 3 plus 2x plus 2, no, plus 4. And the whole thing is divided by 6, which equals to 1. And from here, I can cross multiply the 6. But before that, I'll just sort out the numerator here. So the numerator here, I'm going to sort it out. So I got 3x plus 2x, which is 5x. Then I've got negative 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1. That's over 6 equals to 1. Now cross multiply the 6. I'm going to get 5x plus 1 equals 1 times 6. Then I've got 5x plus 1 is equal to 6. 5x is equal to 6. Take away 1. 5x is equal to 5. And then you can just say x equals 5 over 5. Which is, yeah, the final answer should be 1 there. All right, I'll leave this up here. And we're going to do question 3b. While you guys try question 3b, if you do have any questions with question 3a, let me know. Bunil, nah, I think this would be a merit, Bunil, because you're doing like quite a bit of things here. I don't think this would be an achieved. No worries, you're welcome, your mama. Potato, yeah, you could do cross multiplication, but like there are some situations where cross multiplying can actually give you quite a bit of grief. So I will show you guys a couple of shortcuts of how to get rid of the denominator, and that'll actually help you guys quite a bit. Livingston, not today. Today is work time. Alright folks, I'll give you another couple of minutes and then I'll go through answer for 3b. Yeah, I can see that at the end. We've got a 5 and we've got a 9 over 5. Yeah, the person on TikTok who just said I'm cooked on for calc. You still got time. Still have time. Riley, just go to YouTube and look up level 1 mathematical reasoning under my channel. You'll find all the resources there. There's lots of resources there. Kimmy, level 1. Yeah, not the stats, not at level 1, because they got blacked out. Like the whole paper was actually grayed out. All right, 3b. We're going to go through 3b now. What we're doing is, again, we're going to try the cross multiplying, but I want to actually show you a little trick, and this works for these types of questions. Now, you know how we try to find the common denominator and then we kind of rearrange and stuff like that. Now here's a little hack for you, and this works absolutely fine. So, and have a look. This is a little trick that I like to use because I hate working with fractions in the denominators, right? Like I don't like the numbers at the bottom. I want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. So what I'm going to do here is, and this is a little trick and it works quite well, but I write down this. I write down 2x minus 1. Then I give a little bit of a gap with the minus. Then I put this x minus 1 in a bracket. I'm going to put this 2x minus 1 in a bracket. And also put down 2 at the end. All right, now here, I want you guys to watch this because this is a little trick, and definitely this trick actually works. So the first thing is I want to get rid of this 3 here. If I want to get rid of this 3, what I could do is I multiply every element by 3. Now because there's a 3 in the denominator, if I multiply this by 3, these two things cancel out. So what I can do is not put any number there. But I'm still multiplying by 3 with the x minus 1. And I'm also multiplying by 3 for the 2 at the end. Now, remember, we've gotten rid of the 3. Next, we need to get rid of this 4. So I'm going to multiply every element by 4. And when I do that, because there's a 4 here, and I'm multiplying by 4, those two cancel out, and you just end up with just 1. So I'm multiplying this one by 4, and I'm multiplying the end by 4. So this little trick here is, it works. If you want to try it, you can try it. That's pretty much what we did in question 1 as well. And then what happens is we can just write this as 4, 2x minus 1 minus 3x minus 1 equals 3 times 2, which is 6 and 4. That's 24. So expanding the brackets, what you're going to end up with is 8x minus 4 minus 3x plus 3 equals 24. I have a feeling I made this is trick too confusing. All right. I'll do the other method as well, just to see what happens. All right. I've got 5x minus 1 equals to 24, and then 5x is equal to 24 plus 1. 5x equals 25, and then x is equal to 5. Well, look, I wanted to show you guys multiple methods, and like this is just another little method. Find out which method is actually easy for you, and then stick to that method, and then you should be good to go. Yeah, I'll do the other method as well, just to show you how it happens if I do the other method. So we've got 2x minus 1 over 3 minus x minus 1 over 4 equals 2. So what I'm going to do, multiply this by 4 and 4. Multiply this by 3 and 3. So I've got 4 times 2x minus 1 minus 3 times x minus 1. That's over 12. That's over 12 equals 2. And then expanding the numerators. So I've got to expand these things and put them all under 12. So I've got 8x minus 4 minus 3x plus 3 equals to 2. Simplifying this, I'm going to get 5x minus 1 over 12 equals to 2. 5x minus 1 equals 2 times 12. 5x minus 1 equals 24, and then 5x is equal to 24 plus 1. So as you can see, you're still going to end up with the same answer, but it's just that little bit extra working there. I can't see Elena's one. Where did it go? Geez, 6 questions already went through by the time. Bob the Builder. I think kinematics is episode 7 or 8. There's a whole, just look for kinematics in my channel, and there's a sequence, there's quite a few videos on it. When's the next time you're doing level 3? I think that's on Thursday. Thank you, May. You got to let me know which line you're saying when it's not -3. Galatrix there, you're welcome. Yeah, I think the next question we're going to do excellence one. You might hate me for this, but I'll try and do a simpler one if I can. Hang on, let me just think. X minus 1, would that work? Okay, maybe not an excellence one, probably like between a merit and an excellence, all right? I think we're good with this. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, 3C. Don't do it, Subhash. don't make them hate the subject. Ah, it's all right. It's too late. Try this question here. I'm nervous about doing this, but I think this is probably an excellence question more than that. Hey, I gotta ask a small little favor from the level 2s that are here, that are chatting away about optimization and kinematics. It's a bit hard for me to support the level 1s because I can't actually see what questions they're asking when all I'm seeing is kinematics and optimization. Yes, Liadri, they're gonna go on YouTube always. Thanks level 2 people. We'll see you guys tomorrow anyway, so. You need to do it over 2 cycles, Katrina. You know, how did you end up finding this? It's like, is FYP just like throwing up all the math stuff at the moment? Charlie, I'll have a look at it, but I think I've got one more algebra question. I still have trig and level, what do you call it? What's that thing that we do? Bearings. Yeah. So bearings and trig we'll do in the next session. What value paper? It's just Lulu. It's just random questions that were sent to me. 2 cycles. All right. So this one here, I told you, like, you know, I'm gonna throw you in the deep end for this question, and this question is like, it's a little bit more challenging, but pretty much the same ideas behind it. So you can do cross multiplication for this. If you do cross multiplication, you'll end up with a numerator, and then you'll end up with a denominator, and then we've got to work it through. So let me show you how this question works. The problem is, with this question, we have got these 2 things here, which are completely, you know, we don't know what they are. We don't have numbers. Normally we have numbers. See you tomorrow, Katrina. We don't normally have numbers, and then we can find lowest common multiple. But in this case, we don't know what these numbers are. So what you have to do is you've got to cross multiply in this case. In this case, it works because the denominators, there's no common kind of multiples between them. Like there's no common factors between them. So I think we're all right. Factors or multiples? I think it's factors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply this, the infamous upside down barbecue. But if in doubt, you could always do it like this as well. So you're going to have 1 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x plus 4. Now the denominator needs to have an x plus 4 here. So the numerator is going to be x plus 4. And on this side, the denominator has to be x plus 1. And so we're going to make the numerator x plus 1 as well. And all of this is equal to 2. This is pretty much the same idea as cross multiplication, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So then what we've got is the numerator will become x plus 4 times 1, which is just x plus 4, and plus 1 times x plus 1, that's just x plus 1. In the denominator, we're going to get x plus 4 times x plus 1 equals to 2. Now, we've got a whole bunch of, we've got x in the numerator and denominator. Now, this is definitely an excellence question, Liadri. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand the quadratic in the denominator. So we're going to go this times this and this, you know, whether you do FOIL, whatever the acronyms that you folks use. The numerator, I've got 2x plus 5 divided by x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals to 2. I hope this question works out. I hope this question doesn't give you guys an answer that doesn't work out, because I just randomly pull this, and sometimes that's really dumb to do because the answers might not work out. But let's see what happens. We've got 2x plus 5. Oh God, I'm already worried about this question. I don't think this is going to work. Maybe I should put this as negative 2. It's alright, it's alright. I'll just show you guys the working anyway. Then I'll try and get you another question that works out. So we've got 2x plus 5, and then we've got 2x squared plus 10x plus, what is it, 8. Then I'm going to put this equal to 0. I've got 2x squared plus 10x plus 8. Then I've got minus 2x minus 5. So then we've got 2x squared plus 8x plus 3. I don't know if this is going to work out. I think this, I've probably did stuff up here with the question, but let me just see if this works. Please work, please work. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it does work, but it's like an ugly number. Sorry guys, it's just, that's because I just pulled up random numbers. But yeah, you can put in the calculator, graphics calculator, and you'll get the 2 answers. Now, in your exams, I would probably say you're not going to get ugly numbers like this. You should be getting nice numbers to kind of finish this work. So sorry about that. That's my bad. That's what happens when I come up with questions on the spot. Where did I get the 2x plus 5, Vicky? I just added these. So x plus x is 2x, and then the 4 plus 1 is the 5 there. Now, officially, Falcon, there's multiple ways of doing this. I guess you just got to try and figure out which one actually works for you. I do apologize. I should have checked if the answers were going to be nice numbers. That's my bad. Yeah, Galila, this is level 1. I'll put up a few line numbers. If you do have some questions, please just tell me the line number, and then I will try and explain from that line number. That's what I thought. What is it? Coxbox. I can't even say your names out right, but one of the questions I've seen similar questions like this. But did you guys want to try another question like this? I've actually got one that could work out. Yeah, let's do a similar one. I'll leave the working here for you on the side. We'll do question 3D because this was the original question that was sent to me. Yeah, try this one, and hopefully we get a nicer numbers than the silly one that I did. I did parabolas in the previous, I think it was maybe about 2 or 3 lives ago. So if you go to YouTube, my YouTube channel, just look on lives, and then if you just find mathematical reasoning, I think it's like, I don't know, we did it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the parabolas. Where's Falcon? Where's Falcon? 3. No, 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 no. We can't do that, Falcon. Doc is right. Dan, I refuse to do that because everything is grayed out in that paper, and I don't even know where to get the original paper from. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I've stopped doing the new stats ones, the 1.3s, because half the paper is just grayed out, and I'm like, I can't be stuffed looking for this information. How would you do line 8 without a graphics calculator? Felicia, that was actually my bad, because generally you would use quadratic formula for that, which you learn at level 2. That's because I made up the question for 3C. 3D looks like that was the original question that was sent to me, so I just modified 3C a little bit, and I ended up doing something silly. Ew. Asking the wrong person there, Ubed. Livingston, I think, again, I did that earlier in this series. So, like, if you, like, I also have a revision kind of section in my main page. And I think they've just added courses. So you can always have a look at courses, and like the level 1 maths playlist should be there as well for straight lines. This seems to work. All right, that's good to know. What'd you get for the answer? Nah, 8 p.m. every night. I got a call at 9:05 today, so I got to wrap this up in the next couple of questions, maybe one more question. I'll give you an easy one to finish for the day. Nah, Dan, I thought about it, but it's yeah, it's a bit a lot of work for that one. Next one, Charlie. I think I've got trigger and 3D questions I've run up. When can you simplify numbers in the numerator and denominator? It depends on the question. Like, yes, the live stream will be saved on YouTube, so you need to jump on YouTube to check it out. Because I don't know how to, like, the only reason I'm doing it in TikTok is because like half of you don't even know that I exist in YouTube. All right, let's do this question and let's see how you guys did with this. So pretty much the same kind of thing that I'm going to do. I am going to put x plus 1 in the denominator, x plus 4 in the denominator, give it a little bit of space. So I'm going to cross multiply. So that means x plus 4 gets multiplied in the denominator as well as the numerator. In this one, it's going to be x plus 1 in the denominator and x plus 1 in the numerator. Okay, so when I do this, I am going to get 3 bracket x plus 4 minus 2 times x plus 1. And the whole thing, because it has a common denominator, I can write that as x plus 4 and x plus 1. And that's all equal to negative 4. All right, so the next part is... Hang on, what are we at? The next part is expanding the brackets. So we've got to expand the brackets in the numerator. We've got to expand the brackets in the denominator. I think I've done it too many times. But you get 3x plus 12 minus 2x minus 2. And the whole thing is divided by x squared plus 5x plus 4. And that's equal to minus 4. So in the numerator, I've got 3x minus 2x, which is equal to x. 12 minus 2 is 10. Divided by x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals to minus 4. Then I cross multiply. So I've got x plus 10 equals minus 4 times x squared plus 5x plus 4. Expand these brackets in the next line. What happened now? So I'm going to end up with x plus 10 equals minus 4x squared minus 20x minus 16. Hope I did that right. Now, I like to work with positive x squareds, right? I don't like to work with like negative x squareds. So I'm actually going to bring everything to the left-hand side. So that means I'm going to end up with x plus 10 is already here. But because I'm swapping things over, I'm going to get plus 4x squared plus 20x plus 16. And all of that is equal to 0. So I've got 4x squared plus 21x plus 26 equals to 0. And I think the last one now is just kind of, if you do have the calculator, you should be able to put this in here. And I'm hoping that this actually works out. Please work out. Yeah. So you actually get x is equal to negative 2 and x equals to negative 3.25. Now, you can actually factorize this. Like you can actually put this into two brackets if you want to. Not Lulu. No, I think if I move it to the left, everything will become positive because they're all negatives there. Ivana, you're looking at the equation mode. And if you go to equation mode, you can go to polynomial, which is like a quadratic solver. So you just go F2, degree 2, and then you just put in your coefficient of x squared, x, and the constant. For factorizing them, Lola, yes, you can factorize it. I haven't actually done the manual factorization in a long time, but it basically goes, it's like there's an algorithm for it, and kind of go 4 times 26, that's 52, 104. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 104 and add up to 21. Oh God, it's like, what is it? I can't do this in my head. So 104, and I kind of have to do it the long way. I do this 104 divided by, what does it go by? 4? Let's try 4. I think 4 might work. 20, is it 104? 26 times 4 is not 104, is it? So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 104 and add up to 21. That's not that. So let's try 104 divided by 8. There you go. 104 divided by 8. So what happens is I'm going to get 8 plus 13. 8 times 13 is 104. So I'm going to rewrite this as 4x squared. And notice how this 8 and 3, all I got to do is 8 and 13. I'm just splitting up this 21x as 8 and 13. So I'm going to write it as 8x plus 13x plus 26. Because the 8x and 13x is still equal to 21x. Now, you don't need to do this. Like you can actually do it shortcut method if you want to. But I'm just kind of doing this the long way for people that don't have graphics calculator. So I got to factorize this by parts. I'm going to get x plus 2. And then here I've got 13x plus 2. And now because x plus 2 is a common factor, I end up with something like this, where the x plus 2 comes there. The x plus 2 comes there as a common factor. Then I can do x plus 2 equals to 0, or 4x plus 13 equals to 0. Here I'm going to get x equals to minus 2. Here I get 4x equals to minus 13, and x is equal to minus 13 over 4. So yeah, it does. I mean, it's handy having the graphics calculator because you can skip all of those steps and just do it straight there. But I'm also hoping that they're not going to give you one of these quadratic equations where the a value is over 1. But knowing these people, you know, they like to mess around with you. Oh, sorry, natural logs and e, that's going to be level 2. That's going to be later. No, go away. I don't like. Well, that's lovely. So Lola, hopefully I've answered your question there. James, graphics calculator is allowed for level 1 exams. So I'm not sure what, yeah, I don't know. Charlie Jr., I usually do it once a week, but now next week after the level 2s is over and the calculus, I think calculus exam is, when did I have it? Hang on, let me just check my planner. Just a lovely old school planner. All right, let's see. So level 3 exam is on 10th of November, which means basically 10th, 11th, 12th, those are 3 days we'll be doing level 1 streams, as well as there'll be a couple of streams between the 4th of November and 10th of November. So I just got to space it out, that's all. Well, the algorithm does work. Who was it that asked me? Yeah, James. Archie, I don't think I'll have time for this, man. I think that's pretty much it for today. That's all the questions. So if you are looking at roots method for graphing a quadratic, I will let you guys know. Like, look, my notes are actually on the description. You can go and have a look at on what day I did what. I think 16th I did more algebra. So all of the everything to do with parabolas I did on the 9th of September. So if you have a look at the 9th of September live stream, that should pretty much cover you for any kind of graphing a quadratic. Yep. So, and also, like, if you look at all of those dates, those are all the live streams that I've done. So if you need like trig help, the 24th, September 24. Now, again, like if you're like, oh, I don't even know where these are. What I've done is I've done this. Let me just find it. Give me a second. YouTube. Where is YouTube? No, that's not it. Live streaming YouTube. There we go. Got it. Give me 1 second, team. All right. So I'll show you where those ones are. So 24th, I did that, right? So if you go down to here, NCA level 1 exams and revision. So that's all the playlists there. So in here on the 9th of September, so that's 9th of September, I think that's when I did parabolas. I just have a very bad habit of not labeling them. The one I did on 24th September, was it? Yeah, there we go. So that one was all to do with everything to do with trig. All right, so usually if you go through this playlist, it just covers all the tutorials I've done so far, and they're all saved there on YouTube. So you just go in and just, yeah, go through it. That's all I can say. I think I did a couple of those, but I can't remember when I did them. Was it this one? No, that's simultaneous equations. This looks like more substitution kind of questions, but yeah, I could do the volume as well. Now, if you want to find my OneNote, any one of my streams that you go to, the notebook should be there on the link, and it's there in any of the exam paper videos as well. So if you go to any of the exam paper videos, you will find the link to the OneNote. It's a massive document, guys. It's pretty much got all of my notes in it, so you can use that. Okay. Any other questions? Not Lulu, you found my OneNote. That's good. All right, team. So that's pretty much us for this week for level 1 maths. But like after what do you call it? After the level 2s finish their exam, we'll have a little bit more time to do level 1. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That is good, not Lulu. So yeah, you'll have all my notes there. All right, guys, look, that is pretty much it. I've got a call in about a few minutes that I got to take. So yeah, just keep chipping away at the practice. And like, look, if you do have, like, I know some of you guys mentioned, what do you call it? Yeah, it's a bit hard, Ujwal, because the thing is like, you know, everyone wants to do something different. So that's why I try and theme things, so at least we can get through some items other than just putting like random things with like random questions. Charlie, generally the derived grade questions tend to be a little bit more challenging because of they just want to give you a little bit of a scare. Later, James, you're welcome. Make a fake test for you. I kind of was working on one, and then I kind of stopped, and then I was like, oh, I need to redo it again. Okay, maybe this weekend if I have a bit of time, I'll make one, eh? Just one with covers like all of the things. Hamish Brown, if it helps you relax, I don't see why not. Level 2 is tomorrow, Mint. Similar triangles, Livingston is just we'll do that one next time, all right? Because we'll do the similar triangles and a little bit of the volume questions as well. We'll do that. All right, team. Take care. I will catch up with you guys next week for the level 1s. Level 2s, I'll see you tomorrow as we continue the march towards the exams, all right? YouTube, as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good night, and I'll catch you guys till the next time. Yeah, take care.